The new gas tax, starting at 6 cents, ultimately leading to 10 cents, will cost Dorothy and her business hundreds of extra dollars. Higgins is being held here at the Etowah County Jail. Sheriff says there are more expected charges to come in this case. Officers told us they are expanding the Amber Alert to make sure they find the child. The sheriff said it's not about how much a ticket costs, but about correcting bad behavior that could be deadly. The Housing Authority is going to provide counseling services for residents and neighbors tomorrow. Here, veterans can find the help that they need for an array of problems such as suicide prevention and PTSD. Now, even women can find the resources and help that they need. The director told me that before players play the game, they have the opportunity to look up statistics on the horses and the jockey. All over the world, bells are ringing as a tribute to Rosie the Riveter. Will, the owner of this food truck, says that for now he can absorb the 6-cent gas increase, but he says there are bigger fish to fry.
I just want to come and be a part of it, let her know that we love her, that the whole world, not just Birmingham, not just Avondale, but the whole world is in mourning right now.
Heartbreak across Birmingham after police found the remains of Camille Cupcake McKinney in a Gardendale landfill late Tuesday night.
Oh boy, it's been tough. It's been tough. And so today, I wanted our church to open its doors to the greater Birmingham community at large.
The community gathered here at the church this afternoon. The preacher did not offer a sermon, just a sanctuary for the grieving.
I felt in my spirit that there were pockets of people all over the metro area who were grieving, mourning, heartbroken, devastated. We opened our doors. Let's come together as a community.
Birmingham resident Carla Demery showed up
because I'm a mom of a child that was took out by violence.
Her son, only 23 years old, was shot and killed in 2014.
It hurts. It don't get no better. You learn how to live with it. You have good days, you have bad days, you have good moments, you have bad moments. So I had to come and pay my respects to this baby.
Cupcake, even though gone, will never be forgotten.
And we will forever, forever remember Cupcake.
In Birmingham, Julianna Moreno, WVTM 13.
What you can't train for is sights, sounds, smells, and emotions.
2 gruesome murders in less than 2 weeks.
And it was just a month of evil.
Sarah Tapia is now in jail, accused of killing her 2 sons on October 12th. Deputies then found Tapia with self-inflicted wounds. 9 days later, another gruesome crime. 2 elderly men shot and stabbed to death. The man accused, Matthew Clayton, killed himself in jail. Not only an emotional toll for those involved, but also for the first responders who were at the scene. But Sheriff Gentry is taking action. Debriefing sessions are now mandatory for deputies who witness a traumatic case. Chaplain Matt Smith has also stepped up as a resource for prayer and comfort.
These guys, these ladies, they see things that no one would ever want to see.
Smith said the hardest thing for law enforcement is to respond to the death of a child or teenager.
They might hold it together there at that scene, but then once they get off duty, then those emotions start to talk.
And that's where Smith steps in.
I do, as a chaplain, try to communicate, it's okay to cry.
Sheriff Gentry says his focus is on bettering the community and bringing safety to the area. In Coleman, Julianna Moreno, WVTM 13.
It's pretty sad because it's home. Even though I live here in Alabama, that is home.
An emotional day for Fred Ferguson. Originally from an island on the Bahamas, Ferguson is heartbroken after seeing the destruction that has ravaged his home country.
We're hearing that the islands will not look the same after this is done because houses are demolished, the streets are flooded and so forth. So
Ferguson, a musician, says the tune of his homeland and his heart has changed.
I don't think the music is happy music, as we know the Bahamas to be connected with. Is the right time to do that now. So
now Fred is from Nassau, where there's been a lot of flooding, but he is worried about his friends in Freeport because there is a possibility of a storm surge.
I have a friend in the Bahamas. He's also a musician, and he posted on Facebook earlier this morning live that he was in his house, which is 20 feet up off the ground.
Ferguson tells us he's heard about bohemians sitting on their roof searching for an escape.
And so how much high is it going to go, seeing that there's another 24 hours worth of pummeling going to happen?
Ferguson says when the havoc is over, the Bahamas are going to need help. But for now, it is time to reflect and send positive thoughts that way. In Hoover, Julianna Moreno, WVTM 13. A real-life homeward-bound story. Bruce, this 4-year-old chocolate lab, went missing July 4th, 2016.
We thought maybe those fireworks spooked him because he didn't come back.
9-year-old Nixon Dunn, the dog's owner, was devastated. A few days later, Nixon's grandfather found Bruce's collar and tags, but no sign of Bruce. October of 2018, the family took one last trip to the Humane Society in hopes of finding their lost pup, but no Bruce.
So me and my dad decided, okay, it's been 2 years, he's gone, it's time to just let him go.
After endless phone calls, posters, and searching, Lindsay Dunn gave up all hope in finding her son's furry friend.
We got to be real with him, he's not coming home. Nixon was like, no, he's coming home.
While Nixon says his mom had given up all hope,
I prayed to God to see if he'll bring back Bruce.
And his prayers were answered. 2 years later, Nixon's best friend returned. Bruce is now in the arms of his family, safe and sound.
Nixon was the only one who was like, no, he's coming home,
A joyous ending for the boy and his sweet dog. But there must be a bigger meaning to the end of this story.
Never give up and never lose hope.
In Gardendale, Julianna Moreno, WVTM 13.